Hello guys, I'm Falion, and I'll be your host in our segment about rich and famous people and their luxurious lifestyle. Welcome to the Content Promoter, where we talked about anything luxurious. Today we will talk about the Arab billionaires and their royal way of life. Before that, subscribe to our channel so never miss any interesting videos like this. And now, let's get started. Dubai's Crown Prince Fazza is one of the world's wealthiest royals with a personal net worth of $400 million. The Dubai royal family, on the other hand, is worth an estimated $18 billion. From amphibious vehicles and his fleet of luxury tanks to millions of dollars worth of exotic animals, he has it all. Here's how Dubai's royal prince spends his fortune. Of course, the prince, who goes by the name Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, has a wide range of luxury housing options. The Dubai family owns several expensive properties around the world, but Fazza prefers these. The first is the Royal Palace, which how could anyone not want to live in? The Zabil Palace is estimated to be worth $500 million and is officially owned by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. While the interior has been kept largely private and visitors are not permitted near the royal residence, these images of another of Dubai's royal palaces give us an idea of how lavish it is on the inside. The majority of Dubai's royal palaces are clustered together in one area, which is essentially a large complex of palaces. The prince has a favorite hangout in Vancouver, Canada. At the Fairmont Pacific Cream Hotel, he owns a $55 million penthouse. Nice, huh? In 2017, the prince purchased only one penthouse in the building for $25 million. But why buy when three are available? When he quickly purchased three sub-penthouse units just below it, bringing his total investment to $55 million, which he reportedly paid in cash. The luxury penthouse spans the top 3 floors of the building and measures 15,000 square feet. It has all-glass walls, providing spectacular views of the downtown areas of Canadian cities. There's a loft sitting area, a large kitchen, an office, and several living rooms and lounges. The prince also has ties to another opulent hotel, but this time he doesn't just own a penthouse there. He owns the entire property. Fazza's private investment company, Zabil Investments, owns many properties in the United Arab Emirates, including the Hotel Jumeirah Zabil Sarai on the famous man-made luxury island of Palm Jumeirah. The $12 billion Dubai hotel has its own indoor and outdoor pools, as well as access to private beaches and a plethora of luxury suites. There are 405 guest rooms available, as well as 38 royal residences where Dubai royals, including Visa, can sample the Zabil luxury reserved exclusively for them. As a result of this extensive collection of exotic pets, Fazza has earned the title of Animal Whisperer. The collection includes tigers, elephants, lions, and numerous distinguished peacocks. But his camel is undoubtedly the most impressive. It is the most valuable camel on the planet. The prince chose this camel out of 17,000 candidates while searching for the world's greatest camel to add to his collection. Just like the rest of us do all the time, he paid $2.7 million for the camel, and it's been a star on his Instagram account ever since. Finally, an account worth following on Instagram. While less expensive, the prince has individual falcons flown into the United Arab Emirates thanks to his falcon dealer, Brian Close, who provide the prince with falcons exclusively. We don't know how much Fazza spends per falcon, but he's expected to have hundreds, and they can earn him more than $100,000 whenever they win a race or competition. Another animal owned by the Prince of Dubai is expected to be the most expensive of its kind. The prince reportedly paid $1.8 million for one of his prized show horses, which he has been seen showing off at competitions all over the world. The prince is said to own over 1,000 horses around the world, and he has at least 100. While the prince has the option of traveling by camel, horse, or elephant, he prefers to use his multi-million-dollar car collection, which includes several gold vehicles. A gold Rolls-Royce Phantom worth an estimated $8.2 million is among the flashy golden cars. He also owns a golden Lamborghini Aventador worth $7.5 million, a Porsche 918 Spider worth $5.8 million, and a gold Range Rover Vogue worth at least $3.2 million. He also owns a $4.5 million Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. Only 9 cars were ever made when the car was released in 2014, and he had it gold-plated for an undisclosed but most likely extravagant sum. His most valuable gold vehicle is a Mercedes-AMG G63, which is valued at $9.6 million. His other non-golden luxury automobiles are equally impressive. He owns a $1.9 million Aston Martin 177, which was once considered the world's most expensive car. Another one-of-a-kind addition to his collection is his Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport. It has a strange reptilian body and can travel at speeds of up to 250 miles per hour. The prince paid $1.7 million for it. He also owns a $2.1 million LaFerrari as well as a $1.5 million Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Okay, enough with the automobiles. What about his tank fleet? Prince Fazza has an impressive collection of high-end tanks. They're popular among the wealthy because they can plow through any terrain, including sand, mud, and snow, and they're military-grade and nearly indestructible. In the Dubai desert, the prince has been seen riding them. These rip-saw tanks cost $495,000 for a single-seat model, $545,000 for 2 seats, and $595,000 for 4 seats. Because the prince appears to enjoy driving in any terrain, he has amassed quite a collection of amphibious vehicles. The prince used to be a huge fan of the python, but now has moved on to the panther, which is the next best thing. Although it can reach speeds of up to 60 miles per hour on the water, the python is extremely expensive, costing $300,000. The newer pythons are not only faster but also cheaper and more common. Prince Fazza also owns a few luxurious super yachts to get a head start on the water vehicle trend before they officially hit the market for a more relaxed time on the sea. The Esmeralda is one of them, but his most expensive yacht, which he purchased in 2013, cost $180 million and includes a gym designed by Usain Bolt, several pools, a personal spa, and a helicopter landing pad. The prince, of course, also has his private plane. He travels in a Boeing 747-400 that costs around $260 million. The Dubai Royal Air Wing has a fleet of them that royal family members can use. He does, however, enjoy flying first class on Emirates, which costs at least $600 per hour of flight time. Each ticket can easily cost more than $20,000 around the world. So there's one more question. How did the prince amass such a sizable personal fortune? Is it true that he works for his money? Of course, there are Zabil Investments. The private investment company helps the prince keep his funds in his pocket and has invested billions in real estate. While most of Fazza's hobbies are just for fun, he is extremely talented and competes frequently. He's an accomplished athlete and award-winning horse rider. He's also a semi-professional skydiver. He's also a poet and photographer who founded the Hamdan International Photography Award. With so many incredible hobbies and millions to spend on them, he doesn't appear to spend much time at work. But wouldn't you if you were a royal? Turki bin Abdullah is the next billionaire. His $22 million car collection will leave you speechless. The opulent royal never misses an opportunity to flaunt his gold-plated supercars and luxury cruisers, and he has racked up some hefty parking fines while doing so in London. Turki bin Abdullah's spectacular Bugatti Veyron is the most expensive gold car in his collection. Bugatti Veyrons typically sell for $1.9 million, but expected the price to skyrocket when they're wrapped in gold. Bin Abdullah's gold-plated Veyron is estimated to be worth $10 million. It's the pinnacle of supercar performance, capable of 408 km per hour, and powered by an 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine. The powerful engine produces over 1,000 horsepower and accelerates the vehicle from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Bin Abdullah's collection does not include every ultra-fast supercar. He drives around in his gold-plated Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe when he wants to be a little more refined. The $4 million masterpiece has a top speed of 250 km per hour and can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 6.1 seconds. It isn't particularly quick, but that isn't the point of owning a Rolls-Royce. It's all about cruising in style and flaunting Bin Abdullah's 18-karat gold-encrusted Rolls-Royce. It's just as lovely on the inside as it is on the outside. The Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe's luxurious interior is adorned with the finest leather, woods, metals, and fabrics. It is without a doubt that the best saloon car available. When he wants to go off-roading, Bin Abdullah jumps in his Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. His $2.5 million G63 6x6 looks right at home, tearing through Saudi Arabia's desert dunes. Then he posted a video of himself in his G63 6x6 racing alongside a camel at a top speed of 161 km per hour. There was no hope for the camel. The AMG was only on the market for 2 years, so even non-gold examples are rare. Because his vast fortune is most likely derived from oil and gas, it may appear strange that he owns a Porsche 918 Spider. The mid-engine plug-in hybrid has a 6.8 kWh lithium-ion battery pack that provides an all-electric range of 19 km in limited production. Not only is a 918 Spider gold, but it's also green. The $1.5 million Marvel is lightning quick. It has a top speed of 340 km per hour and takes just 2.6 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour. Without a Lamborghini, what supercar collection would be complete? It is valued at $1.2 million. The gold wrap, as well as the car's iconic Caesar doors, make this supercar stand out. He drove his Lamborghini Aventador SV through an upscale part of London and was issued a parking ticket of $110. But he was unconcerned and continued eating his lunch. Bin Abdullah's $110 is a penny to us, regular people, so it's no surprise he wasn't fazed. The same day, the Fuzz slapped a ticket on Bin Abdullah's G63 6x6 when they saw the gold cars parked on the street. They must have jumped for joy. He enjoys Lamborghinis because he owns a gold-plated Huracan. The $1 million supercar features a V16 engine and an electronically controlled all-wheel drive system that makes driving a breeze. Every Lamborghini is a work of art, so it's no surprise that Bin Abdullah adores these magnificent supercars. One of the more affordable luxury cars on the market is a Bentley Flying Spur. The starting price is just over $187,000. Turki Bin Abdullah, on the other hand, wanted to take his Flying Spurs to the next level. Bin Abdullah's Bentley Flying Spur in gold, of course, has a W12 engine capable of producing 616 horsepower, making it both powerful and flashy. A typical Range Rover Vogue is as understated as they come. The Range Rover Vogue of Turki Bin Abdullah, on the other hand, does not share this sentiment. It's gold-plated, but it also comes with a Hammond Motorsport tuning package. The $500,000 SUV is equipped with massage seats and a refrigerated storage compartment and has 322 horsepower instead of the standard 272. Turki Bin Abdullah's car collection is not all gold. In addition, he owns a $450,000 Maybach 62. When he wants to stay hidden, he probably drives around in his Maybach 62. While the Maybach 62 is a luxurious vehicle, it is unlikely to attract attention. especially if it is only painted in black. However, there is a gold Maybach 62 on the wall, but it does not belong to Turki bin Abdullah. The Euphaphites, a Dragon's Den star and entrepreneur, is said to own a $57 million Maybach 62. $57 million to be exact. Euphaphites' Maybach 62 is completely covered in gold, both inside and out. Talk about over the top. Although not everyone can afford a gold-plated supercar like Turki bin Abdullah's, it is possible to ride in one even if money is tight. MyWhip, a London-based taxi service, allows passengers to be chauffeured around in a gold-plated supercar. But it's entirely up to chance. A gold supercar like a McLaren or Lamborghini has a 1 in 100 chance of being picked up. Turki bin Abdullah doesn't appear to be the only one who travels in style. Did you know that Turki bin Abdullah has a cheetah as a pet? He even allows the big cat to ride shotgun in his supercars. We're curious as to how he keeps the fast cat calm. Bin Abdullah isn't the only billionaire from the Middle East who owns a large cat. The Persian Gulf's ultra-wealthy royals are huge fans of lions, tigers, and cheetahs. Arab royalty flaunts their wealth in a variety of ways, and including gold cars, a $15 million dowry, a $500 million divorces, and real gold C-30 paws. Dubai's President Abu Dhabi Zamir and the United Arab Emirates Army Supreme Commander Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan flash cash in one of the world's flashiest cities to stand out in the city with the world's tallest building. The Burj Khalifa is a must-see attraction. These are some of the purchases made with a $15 billion bankroll as of the end of 2021. In total, there are 200 cars. He has a bullet and bomb-proof vest, a $1.2 million Audi A8 LM, and a purple $147,500 Mercedes-Benz A63. He owns 7 Gallardos, 13 Hurricanes, and 21 Aventadors. Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan's has a sizable McLaren section. He has 13 P1s and 24 720s in his collection. He owns 7 Ferraris. These sell for between $1.5 and $7 million each. A Koenigsegg Lykan Hypersport, a slew of Mercedes and Paganis, and a slew of other models from those brands. His entire collection is estimated to be worth $100 million in total. The second president of the United Arab Emirates spends $120 million on a private jet, the RS-860 Karori. It seats 5 people in a luxurious throne room style setup in the cabin, with a California king bed on the other side of the partition for long naps full of dreams and color. Well, there's always more with these guys. Sheikh Khalifa owns the Azam, the world's largest yacht. The 590-foot ultra-sleek vessel was estimated to cost $605 million. Larson Yachts in Germany created over 4,000 jobs during the construction, operation, and maintenance of this massive private ship. Its size is almost comparable to that of a cruise ship. Sheikh Khalifa stays at Ascot Place in Windsor Great Park in the United Kingdom on occasion. He bought it from MC Flick for $23.7 million in 1989. The Mercedes-Benz Air, for example, its 400 acres are undoubtedly worth much more now, and the Lake Grotto and estate cottages must be a welcome respite from the sandstorms in the hustle and bustle of Dubai. But the English water did not meet royal standards, so he had underground tanks built and filled with mineral water from the French Alps. Spa town of Evian-le-Bailly, this is also where a large number of other Abu Dhabi royals reside. The Queen at Windsor Castle, for example. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Dubai's vice president and the prime minister, has a lot of money. One of his largest outlays is $500 million to his ex-wife, Jordan's Princess Haya. I'm sure she spent far too much time hunting falcons, but I hope it was worthwhile. Sheikh Mohammed drives a $250,000 wide Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG Mercedes-Benz No. 1. which means it was the first one off the assembly line, but it's nothing compared to his golden car collection. He owns a $5.8 million gold Porsche 918 Spider, a $7.5 million gold Lamborghini Aventador, a $9.6 million gold Mercedes-AMG 63 truck, a $3.2 million gold Land Rover Vogue, a $1.4 million gold Nissan GT-R Godzilla, and a $3.2 million gold Ferrari 360 Modena. He owns a gold Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe worth $8.2 million. The crown jewel is a $14.2 million customized 24-karat Rolls-Royce that looks like it belongs in a Batman movie. Sheikh Mohammed also has a $9.2 million gold Bugatti Veyron. He founded the global racing team, called Dauphine, as well as a Darley stallion operation, which is extremely successful. They have farms in Kentucky, England, Ireland, and Australia, and over 100 race horses worth more than $8 million, including horse racing legend Hartnell. On his $400 million yachts, named after his country Dubai, he celebrates his horse racing victories with a lobster tank and a disco. The world's third largest private yacht is ideal for a night of disc and break dancing. These Arab billionaires know how to party. But enough with the gold of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani is next on the list. With a fortune of $2.1 billion, the Emir of Qatar has more money than Queen Elizabeth. Qatar's ruler enjoys listening to Rick Ross Maybach music while driving one of his dozen Benz S600 Maybach luxury sedans, each worth $516,000. He switches it up with his white Lexus LX570, three $240,000 Bentley Bentcrest, and a $500,000 Bentley moves on a limo for that show-stopping attention. It's only a third the cost of Joe Biden's Beast, but it's a lot more attractive. He gives gifts that are more valuable than the NHL Buffalo Sabres. He presented Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the Turkish president, with a $400 million private jet, a Boeing 747-8. A stateroom, a boardroom, and a hospital are all located inside. Morocco's current king, King Mohammed VI, is one of the world's wealthiest kings, with an estimated net worth of $5 billion. His Majesty has the privilege of residing in the royal palace in Rabat. It has a colossal entrance, and the King's Mosque is a wonderful place to find peace while admiring top-notch Moroccan architecture. Its elegant mausoleum houses King Mohammed V's marble casket, in which he died in 1961. Even the Pope was blown away, and you know where that guy lives. According to Forbes, the palace costs $960,000 per day to run, including personal expenses, clothing, and vehicle maintenance. Rolls-Royce and Mercedes-Benz X600W100 repairs aren't cheap. To be honest, his entourage renamed him the King of the Poor because of his efforts to alleviate poverty among his people. King Mohammed VI owns a $600 million plus Boeing 747-400 and a $94 million getaway home just around the corner from the Eiffel Tower. He purchased it from the Saudi royal family, which we'll discuss in a moment. It's a massive mansion. There are 12 bedrooms, a swimming pool, a games room, a private garden, and a private parking at the house. Even though Egypt's monarchy was abolished in 1953, Egyptian billionaire Nassif Sawiris is wealthy enough to be a pharaoh. He is Africa's second richest man after Nigeria's Aliko Dangote, with an estimated net worth of $8.1 billion. The Cairo kingpin spent his money on a $70 million co-op in the world's most expensive real estate market. The purchase of 965th Avenue for that price is the most expensive co-op purchase in New York City history, surpassing David Geffen's $54 million purchase of 5th Avenue in 2012. He now has 5 fireplaces, 14 rooms, and a wraparound terrace with views of Central Park, thanks to his new location next to Macy's. The exact location of this family's Cairo home is a closely guarded secret. He drives a conservative Audi Q5 2019 for $52,000. It's a little dull compared to the other cars in this video, but he makes up for it with his 240-foot Yalla yacht, which is worth an empty $80 million, and 2 Gulfstream G650 private jets, each worth $70 million. That's a lot better. The total wealth of the 15,000 members of Saudi Arabia's royal family amounts to $1.4 trillion. This outnumbers the $28 billion held by the British royal family. When most people mention trillions, they're referring to the wealth of entire first world countries, not a family. Let's start with Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince. Salvator Mundi cost him $450.3 million. That is an original Leonardo da Vinci painting. By the way, this painting has belonged to 3 different kings of England at 3 different times because it's known as Jesus Christ. It's an oddly ironic purchase for someone of Muslim descent, also known as MBS. The Francis Chateau, which Mohammed bin Salman paid $300 million for, is the world's most expensive home. It has a lot of statues of French nationals, including a real gold statue of C-3PO from Star Wars. And the gold doesn't stop there. It adorns the massive fountain at the front gate and is found throughout the house. There are 10 bedrooms in total. The pool and indoor cinema with reclining red leather seats, as well as their wine cellar, are all excellent. But the icing on the cake, the moat that surrounds the property, gives it that timeless look of "we've got money over here." And you can even go downstairs to marvel at the transparent underwater chamber. You buy things that aren't for sale when you're that wealthy. MBS has been attempting to purchase Manchester United for some time and may be interested in purchasing Newcastle United from the Premier League. Weddings are another way for Saudi Arabian royals to become enraged. The royal wedding of Saudi Prince Sultan bin Salman, 62, to a 25-year-old bride in an endless gown was quite costly. The convoy consisted of 50 white Range Rovers, the king's favorite color. The bride and her family were allegedly given a dowry of $50 million, which arrived in 30 or so suitcases on a bus. There probably should have been a brink truck. Other gifts came from a Cinderella-worthy chariot. The lavish ceremony took place at Kuwait's Burj Al Shaya, a 4-star hotel. Diamonds, and more diamonds were the gifts. Bin Salman paid $502 million to Russian vodka magnate Yuri Shefler for a tranquil yacht. Every year, the 432-footer costs $49 million to operate, which works out to $136,500 per day or $5,650 per hour. A helipad and a chopper are included. And before we go deeper into the video, please click the like button if you're amazed at what luxurious properties these Arab billionaires have. Small to mid-sized private jets are used by most upper-echelon millionaires and billionaires. The Saud family takes things to the next level. In the luxury 747, Prince Alwaleed takes to the skies. When you have a quarter of the world's known oil supply, fueling it isn't a problem. The plane's master bedroom features a gold shower and a king bed with white linens and at least 10 pillows. Prince Alwaleed, an 18.7 billionaire, also paid $20 million for Donald Trump's 282 by 282-foot yacht. The Trump Princess in 1991. Prince Alwaleed bin Talal Al-Saud's flex zone isn't limited to the high seas. When he drives his $48 million diamond-encrusted Mercedes SL600, he is a highway superstar. Even the tailpipe is glitzy, with Swarovski crystal accents to fill in the gaps. He did the same thing with his $20,000 Ducati motorcycle, which he sold for $4 million. You have to have a palace to back up your title, if you're a royal, right? Don't hold back Arab royalty. The Saudi crown prince has now purchased the world's most expensive home. It's time to take a royal tour of how Arab billionaires spend their money and the lavish homes in which they live. Let's start with Prince Alwaleed bin Talal. a member of the Saudi royal family and the late King Abdullah's nephew. His net worth is estimated to be $19 billion, making him one of the world's wealthiest people. He is the richest man in Saudi Arabia and one of the richest in the Middle East. So you know his mansion, or should I say palaces, plural, must be incredible. Alwaleed owns 3 palaces in central Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. 2 are already operational, and the 3rd is under construction. He resides in the Kingdom Palace, a 250,000 square foot palace with 317 rooms, Italian marble, silk oriental carpets, gold-plated faucets, and 250 televisions. The property is worth $130 million. Personal chefs at the palace boast that they can feed 2,000 people at an hour's notice and work in 4 separate kitchens. 1 for Arabic cuisine, 1 for continental cuisine, 1 for Asian cuisine, and a 5th for desserts. Guests can unwind in the lagoon-shaped pool or watch a movie in the basement cinema, which has 45 seats. Of course, Prince Talal Road, which leads to the palace, is named after the man himself. 3 outdoor pools and a large indoor pool are available on the property. The other palace, which I previously mentioned, is a 500,000 square foot kingdom resort. He usually entertains his guests here, which includes 3 lakes and gardens. It's almost like he has his private hotel, or at least that's how he treats it. The prince hosts his most important visitors here, including Khaldoon Al-Mubarak, Bill Gates, parliamentary delegates from around the world, and other dignitaries. The Kingdom Oasis, which will be a 4 million square foot palace, is still under construction. It will be a luxury resort with a private zoo and a lake covering 70,000 square meters. Did I mention he also bought a castle? Castanito Castle is nestled in the Tuscan hills. The prince bought his house in 2009, and he stays in it whenever he travels to southern Europe. It is located in a quiet, serene neighborhood. A house of this size would take up 21,528 square feet of land, or about 173 acres. On the sprawling property, there are several orchards, vegetable gardens, and flower balconies, as well as a vintage greenhouse. Alwaleed also owns a floating palace in the form of Kingdom 5KR, an 85.9-meter yacht that is the world's 65th largest private yacht and was built for Saudi arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi in 1979. He also owns a Boeing 747, an Airbus 380, and a Hawker City 125, all of which have been converted for private use. The Boeing 747 comes with a throne, 2 bedrooms, and a 14-seat dining table. Each crew member and a flight attendant appeared to be from a different country. A Turkish bath, a concert hall, an executive boardroom with holograms, and a garage for its Rolls-Royce are included in the Airbus. So where does the money originate? He is, after all, royalty. But he also owns a 95% stake in Kingdom Holding Company, 91% of Rotana Video and Audio-Visual Company, 90% of the Lebanese Broadcasting Corporation, and about 6% of Citigroup. Oh, and he bought a $300 million stake in Twitter in 2011. Remember Prince Mohammed bin Salman and his Chateau Louis XIV? It was constructed between 2008 and 2011 near Versailles. It has marble statues, a hedged labyrinth, and a gold-leafed fountain set in 57 acres of landscape park. The lavish palace has a gold beam running through it. His iPhone controls the fountains, sound system, lights, and air conditioning. One of Chateau Louis XIV's most notable features is its meditation room or chilling room. The aquarium includes a see-through underwater chamber where sturgeons and koi swim. A statue of Louis XIV, made of expensive Carrara marble, also stands on the 57-acre grounds. The hotel has 10 suites, a 52-foot painted dome ceiling in the reception area, and a pool. This hotel has an indoor pool and an outdoor pool, a private cinema, a squash court, 2 ballrooms, and a nightclub. The prince is also not one to boast. Bin Salman wanted no one to know he had purchased the Chateau Louis XIV. He tried to keep the purchase hidden. He may want to remain anonymous, but he isn't afraid to spend his money on other things. Check out Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's Inveterate Lodge. He purchased this property over 30 years ago. The 71-year-old sheikh is estimated to be worth $18 billion, with 6 wives and up to 30 children. A 14-bed manor house and a 16-bed guest house are located on the estate. This opulent hunting lodge also has a swimming pool and a gym. The waterfront mansion has a long history. The prince has made a few changes to the Highland residence. The massive lodge is still being renovated, with the sheikh planning to build 4 helipads behind the walled garden so that he can easily transport his guests to the remote Highland estate. There is also a swimming pool, a gym, and recreational facilities. This new modern hunting lodge is situated on a 63-acre estate near Island Castle, one of Scotland's most famous landmarks. Let's go check out Hamad bin Abdullah Al-Sheikh Thani's shop. Okay, not quite a shop, but this is the Qatari sheikh who has decided to restore this 44,000 square foot townhouse in London, England. Many historic London mansions of the British elite have been demolished for newer developments over the years, but the Dudley house has survived thanks to Hamad. This is one of the most expensive private residences in the United Kingdom. At 100 Park Lane, the house's art and antiques are worth millions on their own, but the entire property is valued at $400 million. In comparison to other Arab royals, His Highness Sheikh Hamad leads a quiet life as a member of Qatar's royal family, but restoring this will be difficult. The 44,000 square foot, 17-bedroom residence has an 81-foot picture gallery and a 50-foot ballroom. Has always been a popular venue for London's elite, including Queen Elizabeth II, who said this place makes Buckingham Palace look rather dull after a 6. From London to the Tangiers compound in Tangier, Morocco, where Saudi Arabia's King Salman enjoys spending time. The sprawling complex known as the Saudi ruler's favorite hideaway is surrounded by 1,500 meters of walls, has its medical facilities and a state-of-the-art restaurant kitchen. More than 30 Moroccan royal guards are stationed at this massive oceanfront compound in Tangier. It has 2 helipads, several buildings, and a large tent that was recently added. We returned to London to see Sheikh Hamza, who in 2014 purchased 3 adjacent homes in London for £191 million. The Qatar royal family's 3 properties have been combined into one mega mansion. Because of the addition of this mega mansion, which is estimated to be worth £313 million, Qatar's royal family now owns more property in London than the royal family of England. This is one of the most expensive homes in London. Decimus Burton, a protege of John Nash, the architect of Buckingham Palace, designed his massive mansion. There are 13 bedrooms, a spa, a heated swimming pool, a beauty salon, personal butlers, and nanny quarters in the 33,000 square foot mansion. A children's floor, a games room, powder rooms, massage areas, 2 elevators, and a gymnasium are among the amenities available. In the winter, the kitchen seats are heated, and in the summer, dramatic lighting gives the impression of a ballroom in the gardens. All guests have access to a cigar room and a wine cave, as well as a large number of rooms to choose from, while staff members live in separate quarters in the building. An iPad controls the light. This place is enormous, but hey, he has 3 wives and over 20 children, so a large home is in order. He has a champagne gold metal fireplace and Carrara marble are among the luxurious fittings in the mansion. In addition to the heated swimming pool and gym on the lower ground floor, which will be separated by a glass wall to create the illusion of space and light, bathrooms are said to get 3 air changes per hour, and the temperature in each room can be adjusted to suit the family. In the living areas, a temperature of 23 degrees Celsius is ideal. The temperature in the bedrooms is 22 degrees Celsius, while the pool area is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. One place where air conditioning is required is in Los Angeles, Beverly Park. It's one of the most expensive gated communities in the city. Prince Turki bin Nasser lives there, but he's trying to sell it for $39.95 million. In the mountains above Beverly Hills, around 70 estates surround the prince's compound. These homes range in size from 8,000 to 30,000 square feet. And as you might expect, Prince Turki owns the largest home in the most exclusive neighborhood. They live in the same neighborhood as Denzel Washington, Eddie Murphy, and Mark Wahlberg, who all own homes there. The main house has 49 bathrooms, 14 bedrooms, and 22 bathrooms across both properties. The interior is decorated with marble, gold, and velvet. The master suite is a living area of 4,000 square feet, and the dining room can seat 35 people. A fireplace and French doors lead to the terrace in the living room. The balconies provide views of Beverly Hills and the swimming pool. There are also smaller guest houses and staff quarters nearby, ranging in size from 3,000 to 14,000 square feet. Both of these homes have 8 bedrooms and 17 bathrooms. This 14-acre Beverly Hills compound is valued at $145 million and is owned by a business entity linked to the late Saudi Prince Saud Al-Faisal. More than 35,000 square feet of interior space on the grounds can be combined from multiple structures. There are 3 tree-lined promenades outside, as well as a pool and a tennis court. There is a courtyard and an entryway with a retractable roof. As well as its interior spaces, there are additional guests and staff residents at the Beverly Hills estate, as well as a dramatic courtyard entrance with a water feature. It has a breathtaking private driveway with views of the ocean to Catalina Island. Let's finally put an end to it in Iran, shall we? The palatial estate is nestled against the Alborz Mountains, which no Iranian would have dreamed of visiting at the time. On a 27-acre plot, the entrance fee is now just $1. The Neovaran Palace is a complex of mansions where visitors can marvel at the luxuries enjoyed by the Shah during his nearly 4-decade reign as Iran's monarch. The Kahar dynasty of Iran built the compound in the 1800s. The Shah's third wife, Queen FERRARI, was an architecture student when the monarchy decided to build a summer palace on the mountainside as Tehran grew during its oil boom in the 1960s. She spent millions of dollars renovating the palaces in the compound. One of the palace's wings was turned into a private art gallery where she displayed works she had collected from all over the world. Another place to see the interior design in conjunction with the modern architecture of the time is the Royal Library Museum. They use the space to entertain guests as well as display artwork such as paintings, furniture, and sculptures. Finally, we'll want to take a look at the complex's green space. The inscription is open to the public. The Shah was known to take walks around the grounds or drive around in one of his many sports cars. He was also a pilot, and he would fly helicopters in and out of the city as tensions rose. All of the spending and long-circulating rumors of embezzlement surrounding the Pahlavi dynasty fueled anti-monarchy sentiment in 1979. The Shah could no longer bear the pressure and flew out of the palace for the last time by helicopter. As a result, the complex is now open to visitors, who can walk through the halls of the Shah's former residence and see the clothes and personal effects he left behind. In one room, a headless mannequin wears the Shah's fully dressed uniform, complete with a ceremonial sword sheath. In 2 paintings, the Shah and his queen are also depicted. 3 Rolls-Royce, 5 Mercedes-Benz, 6 motorcycles, and even a snowmobile are among the cars housed in another building in the complex, with an electric piano, stuffed kangaroos, and a picture of naval warships taped to the walls. This is one Iranian royal home that has been left behind. According to Forbes, there are 22 Arab billionaires worldwide this year. But which Arab billionaires in this video shocked you the most? Please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. I'm Falyun. Please subscribe so you never miss a video in my luxurious segment. If you're looking for more, check out these videos. For now, goodbye See you in our next video. See you, people.